Yo, what's going on, guys? Sinister Skater here. Welcome to the 5th episode of Best to Worst for Call of Duty Black Ops 4. We'll be covering the long-range one-shot beasts, the sniper rifles themselves. If you guys are unfamiliar with the Best to Worst series, it's one of my more popular ones where after I get Diamond Camo on a weapon class and spent tons of time with each of the weapons, we go in and rank all of those guns from best to worst in hopes that if you haven't used some of the weapons or you don't have Black Ops 4 yet, once you hop into Black Ops 4, you'll know what's top tier and will wreck people straight off the bat. Now, as for this year's list, as always, we were considering my experience with the raw weapons, some tryhard classes as usual, but we're also factoring in attachments and operator mods as they're unique to each of the weapons and can make or break some of the weapons, like in some of these sniper rifles cases. So it's a fun series to do. People love making their own list and comparing it down below in the comments, and you're highly encouraged to leave your own best to worst list. If you disagree with mine, you can modify mine, bash mine, leave your best gun, worst gun, whatever you want to do. But let's get into the sniper rifles. One thing I do want to mention, just so you guys are aware, all the sniper rifles have access to iron sights and variable scopes. Wanted to throw it out there because we will be mentioning some of the unique scopes for the sniper rifles. But let's get into the best sniper rifle, in my opinion, in Black Ops 4. It is the KOSHKA. The KOSHKA, I pronounce it a KOSHKA, hope it doesn't backfire because that's how I'm pronouncing it. If you guys like sniping back in the good old days, you know, Modern Warfare 2 Intervention, if hearing those words make your mouth water, then you're going to absolutely love the KOSHKA. It is a quickscoper's dream. The first thing that is awesome about the KOSHKA is that it has good damage. It is a one-shot from the chest up naturally. If you throw on high caliber, it's a one-shot from the waist up. And the only other sniper with a larger one-hit zone is the PALADIN. But you don't get many hit markers with the KOSHKA. I gotta say, like 90% of the time I'm using the KOSHKA, I'm getting like one-shot kills. So it's really consistent. The KOSHKA also has the fastest aim down sight times out of the snipers, and you can even make it faster with quick draw, and then even faster with quick draw 2. Although quick draw 2 does do this weird like increased peripheral view while you're scope, which I don't like. Maybe some of you will, but I usually just use quick draw. It also has a magazine of 6, as the fastest base reload speed and fastest reload speed with a fast mag attachment. The only bad thing I have to say about the KOSHKA is that it has very intense idle sway. It moves a lot. It moves really fastly when you're aimed down sights. It's by far the worst out of these snipers. But that can be counteracted with quick scoping with the Stray Lock Operator mod. When I equipped this thing for the first time, the KOSHKA shot all the way up to the top of my list. As soon as you aim down sights with the Stray Lock, your bullet will fire where your crosshairs are, just like back in the old days. The Stray Lock eliminates the accuracy delay when you're aiming down sights that have been added to sniper rifles to dial back on quickscoping in the game. And the Stray Lock just makes the gun so fun to use. I mean, the KOSHKA overall is super consistent, it has good damage, and then you add that in, it's just like icing on the cake. Also should mention other attachments besides quick draw 2, fast mag, and hard caliber. You also have access to FMJ, stock, laser sight 2, the NVIR scope, and an ELO sight. So KOSHKA is absolutely amazing. That's the KOSHKA. Use it. If you don't want to use it, you also can use number 2 on the list, which is the PALADIN. Now, the PALADIN is a high damage, kind of like slower handling sniper rifle. It was at the top of my list until I discovered the Stray Lock, to be honest. But its base one-shot kill is from the chest up, and then it has the largest one-shot kill zone with high caliber 2, which makes it from the thighs up. And you're rarely getting hit markers with this thing when you're using high caliber 2, which is why I'm sure many of you will prefer the PALADIN. The PALADIN has the slowest rate of fire out of the sniper rifles. It has a slower aim down sight speed, which is what we typically see with this archetype of snipers. It has a smaller clip of 5, average reload speed, but you can speed it up with a fast mag. And it has my favorite scope out of them all. Thought I mentioned this. It's very open, very clean. It has a thin crosshair in the middle. Thought it was worth mentioning. The PALADIN also does have some major recoil issue. Oh, it's not really issue. It kicks a lot and it has a slower recenter speed. And this has this weird mechanic where if you shoot at the max fire rate while aiming down sights and you're not adjusting your shot, you'll end up like aiming way up into the right when you're done with the 5 shots. It doesn't recenter all the way, which is really weird. But in practice, it doesn't really matter because you're going to be readjusting your shot anyway. In addition to high caliber 2 and fast mags, the PALADIN also has access to FMJ2, stabilizer 2, the sight loader, and the NVIR scope. And overall, just the PALADIN is a good sniper rifle. It does high damage. Quick scoping isn't your thing. The PALADIN is right for you. You're usually getting one shots. It was my go-to until I learned that the Stray Lock was in this game. So yeah, that's a Paladin. Good sniper rifle, but not better than the Strelak. Third best sniper rifle on this list, we have the SDM, which is a semi-auto sniper. I've always had a hard time placing this archetype because, you know, if you're a god with a sniper and can always hit headshots, then obviously, you know, these semi-autos are going to be absolutely the best. In the past few CODs, the semi-autos have also been kind of good, so I rank them highly, but I'm putting the SDM at 3 because I just don't think it feels as good as others. It is a 2-shot kill. It cannot 1-shot kill unless you throw on high caliber. Then you can get 1-shot kills to the heads. And comparing these to earlier semi-auto sniper rifles, usually those 1-shot kill from the neck up, so they're a bit more forgiving. So the SDM is a little bit more restrictive. It has a spammable fire rate. And then usually with these kind of snipers, the fire rate is close to my trigger finger speed, but the SDM does feel noticeably behind, so it has a bit of a slower fire rate, I think. But it is easy to spam at range. It has very little idle sway, very little recoil. You throw on grip and grip 2, it gives you literally no recoil, but it does have the slowest aim down sight speed in the game. And I think that comboed with the slower than usual fire rate is what makes the thing feel off to me. I don't know, it feels very awkward to handle in my opinion. Also, in addition to grip 2, it has access to the NVIR scope, extended mags 2, which if you are going to use this as like a spray down kind of like DMR type of weapon, that's the thing you want to use. It also has FMJ and stabilizer. The SDM is consistent, you know, you expect 2-shot kills all the time with it. It's easy to use. It's just nothing really special in my opinion, which is why it's at number 3. And at number 4, the worst sniper rifle, we got the Outlaw, man. I hate this thing. I hate this thing. I hate it just like the GKS. Do I hate this more than GKS? I don't know. But I know a lot of people hate the Outlaw too. It's a hit marker machine. It's very awkward to use, and it has attachments that don't really benefit it when you equip them. So let me explain some more. The Outlaw is a low damage, fast fire rate type of sniper. Its natural 1-shot kill zone is from the shoulders up, which is very, very narrow. And then if you throw high caliber on it, will 1-shot from the chest up. So it's not very forgiving even with high caliber, which leads to you getting a lot of hit markers. It has a slow aim down sight speed. It's the same speed as the Paladin. You can speed it up a tad with quick draw, and the thing shoots quickly. I mean, you can see it in the gameplay on the screen. So, you know, if you're good at hitting upper body shots, you can quick scope with this thing very aggressively and very consistently, but it's awkward with its slower aim down sight speed. Like when you try to quick scope, the fire rate matches the same speed when you like scope, unscope, and rescope again. So it's like a very, very spammy quick scoping sniper rifle that you have no time to kind of like reset yourself, which is why I find myself aim down sight spamming most of the time. So you also can increase its fire with rapid fire, but I'm not sure what the benefit of rapid fire is. If you can hard scope and snap aim and hit chest and up shots, then you could hypothetically drop people hella fast with it, but that's a lot of ands. And realistically, the way I see it, you're usually getting a hit marker after the first shot, so you have to land a second shot, which takes skill to do if the target is moving. And you know, at that point, you might as well just use the SDM for a quicker follow-up shot, because you're not going to be like aiming down sights faster to hit with the fast fire. You know what I mean? It's very, very awkward. One thing it does have going for it, it has very little idle sway and not much recoil, as well as a fast recenter speed, which is nice, I guess. But the reload on this thing is the slowest out of the snipers by far, and the operator mod doesn't help it at all. It turns the gun into a 3-round burst. It spreads the damage across each of the bullets. It's not a fast burst, it's a slow burst, so it just makes it harder to hit shots. Just don't use it. The 3-round burst is bad. I guess the other attachments it has access to is reflex, which is unique, as grip, suppressor, which is unique, stabilizer, stock, extended mag. It's kind of like a jack of all trades kind of sniper. And they really don't help it at all. I mean, the Outlaw is really inconsistent, and it sucks, and I don't need to talk about it anymore. I think I bashed on it enough. So that's my best to worst list for the sniper rifles. Highly recommend you use the KOSHKA or the Paladin. They're both very, very awesome snipers, but the KOSHKA with the Strelak is just something that we haven't seen in a Call of Duty game in a while, so I really, really enjoy it. But yeah, if you guys disagree with my list, feel free to leave your own list down below in the comments, modify mine, again, bash mine, or leave your best sniper down below. But that'll be it for this one. Next on the list will be the secondaries, and then after that, we'll be getting into some kind of different best to worst list, depending on what you guys want to see next. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. As always, my name is Skater. If you did enjoy the video, drop a like on it, subscribe for future gaming, Call of Duty content, and hit the bell notifications to get notified as soon as my uploads go live in the future. Links down below in the description for 10% off Control Freaks, as well as Into the Aim apparel. You can also find other goodies down like my Amazon associate link, links to all the gear I use to record and produce videos, and other fun things like that. But again, thanks for watching, guys. My name's Sinister Skater. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.